I've got to ask you a question about the MAX, first of all. I've talked to Boeing, I've talked to GE, I'm now going to talk to you. Where do you think we are in this process in terms of getting this aircraft back in the air?
I think we are close now to get this aircraft back in the air, and my guess is that by sometime in the summer time, it's going to happen.
How's it affecting the business? How's it affecting cash flow? How's it affecting...
It affects, of course, there's an effect on our cash flow, but outside of the cash flow, it's just a reduction of 10 aircraft a month. We are still producing at 42 a month, and for our supply chain, it's really good. We didn't stop anything in the supply chain. We just reduced slightly the production from 52 to 42. It's something achievable.
So if we don't get the MAX in the air by August, say, are you gonna downgrade production?
That's going to be the decision of our customer, of course, to decide how they want to proceed. But I am quite optimistic, and,
okay.
and I hope that by summer, things will be behind us.
But
if they're not, we will have to react, of course.
How will you react?
React will be another reduction. I mean, in my opinion, I don't think they will have any other choice than to work again on the quantity of aircraft and the quantity of engines we will have to produce.
UTX, UTC and Raytheon are getting together. That's Pratt & Whitney. It's one of your big competitors. You stole a march on them yesterday with a big order from Indigo. But these two companies combined, it's a big bet on scale. It's a big kind of bet on size. They're going to have an awful lot of R&D dollars.
Yeah.
How's that going to affect the way you're going to proceed?
Again, we are not looking for acquisitions just to get bigger. Bigger is not really what we need. We need to be better. We need to procure more value for our shareholders. And in order to do that, you have to work on two things. And an acquisition is fine and makes sense as long as you get more money for R&D and innovation, and where you can reduce your direct cost. So if you can, by an acquisition, get more strength for the future in terms of innovation, and at the same time reduce your costs by using better your tool, your industrial tool, it makes sense. So that's something we will see in the next coming month and next coming years on this new acquisition which has been announced.
One of your biggest shareholders was here yesterday, Mr. Macron.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you met him. What did you talk about? Are you happy for him to continue being an activist shareholder in your business?
I don't know if it's not my decision to see if the French state should remain as a main shareholder of Safran or not. But we discussed a lot, of course, and we talk about the leap, because in terms of production, we are going to reach about 2,000 engines per year starting next year. We talk a lot about environment, and he's very, very concerned about the future of the CO2 that we use in the aerospace industry. So we talk a lot about new architecture, we talk about biofuels, we talk about hybrid propulsion, and we talk also about training and how do we get more jobs in France.
But he's very keen to maintain his shareholding in your business. So it's not your place to make the decision, but is it helpful for a company like Safran that competes on a global stage?
Quite neutral. It's quite neutral. Okay. I do not foresee myself a lot of interest for the French state to remain at 11%. They own 11% of Safran. It is their decision. If they want to reduce that and keep the same kind of interest on the company, it's feasible, but it's going to be their decision.
How much money are you going to have to spend to go electric? You look at the car industry, I look at Volkswagen, BMW, the amount of money is enormous.
Yeah, it's huge, but it's not something which is concentrated in 1 or 2 years. We know that we are going to be in a position of spending hundreds of millions of euros every year for the next 10 years. We are talking about the long term. In the commercial aviation, electrical propulsion is not for tomorrow. Just imagine, people talk a lot about batteries, and we know that the automotive industry is very much interested by that. But look at the technology of the batteries today. You improve it by 500%, okay? And we try to use these batteries improved by 500% in an airplane such as an A320.
Yep.
On a Paris-Toulouse or Paris-London, the weight of the airplane is about 80 tons. In order to use only batteries, you would have to use 170 tons of battery, 500 times better than what they are today. So it's not feasible. It's not practical. So the electrical propulsion will come, but not before 2050, 2060 for commercial aircraft. I'm not talking about small commuters. It's going to come a lot faster. But we are working on hybrid propulsion, a kind of mix between thermal propulsion and electrical propulsion. That's going to be the next one.